So I was influenced to buy a small swimming pool. Immediately I began to regret it because we decided to take down our tire swing to put the swimming pool in this general area here. The problem was that we had to clear a lot of things, and I did not think that far. I had severely underestimated the amount of work by a lot. I definitely didn't calculate in how hard it is to level ground and then, having to move all of this stuff that just ended up being in the way. And once we got most of that moved, I definitely regretted all of my decisions. We're the type of people that convince ourselves that we can do it. So we got this beam and started leveling it out around because we've seen a few videos of people doing it this way. And for the most part, it pretty much seemed to work. I ran out of beans here, so I had to switch spots. But for a good minute there, I felt like I was getting the job done. Like I knew what I was maybe doing. You know what I mean? Turns out shoveling was worse. I should have stayed with the beam. But we were in it now. The kids were excited. They had already realized that we were building a pool. So we finished leveling out this ground, and it was so hot. I was cooking outside and I was cooking myself in my mind because why did I think I could do this? We had to put these little concrete blocks down too for the legs to sit on so that the pool wouldn't sink down. We went back and forth on how necessary this was and how to exactly get them level. We came up with a plan. I started digging the holes and throwing those suckers in there. They weren't nearly deep enough, so I don't know how much I actually helped doing this, but I have video proof that I did something, so I'm gonna go with that. But we had most of the blocks down, so it was starting to get exciting. We thought the hardest parts were behind us. We were wrong. Leveling these blocks turned out to be very, very tedious and exhausting with little bugs biting you. But the millennial that I am, I convinced myself I had been through worse and I could definitely finish strong here. So there I went, gaslighting myself into believing that I was very close to the end. We started filling in all of the dirt around the blocks. They seemed to be pretty level all the way around, and we dug out some of the dirt so that we had like a square section here. Again, here I was kind of like, maybe we're on the home stretch. We might be close. It's looking pretty good. We did a pretty good job leveling everything. And we started putting the sand down. Turns out mathematics did not work in our favor. And we ended up with very little sand. But, that's a problem for a different year. So once we spread out what looks like 3 shovelfuls of sand, we moved this big piece of turf over, and that just about killed us. But once we got that done, we were pretty excited to set up the actual pool. This was definitely the easiest part of the whole project and the most exciting. But this is what we ended up with, and 4 out of 10. But hey, I just saved myself $150.